All right, here we go. Great evening, everyone. How is the sound coming in? That's the first thing I just want to ask you all. What is the sound sounding like right now? Today is November the 25th, 2023. It is 3:32 p.m. Central Standard Time. How are y'all doing this lovely evening? Listen, for those of you all who are tuning in right now, I just want to welcome you to Kimmies World. This is going to be a little something different today. We're not actually going to go into the morning show because it's not morning time. It is evening. So I just want to thank you all for being here. For those of you all who had clicked on the live today, thank you so much for clicking and watching. We don't have that many people in here, but I'm sure y'all are coming. For those of you all who have turned your notification bells on, listen, I know y'all got the notification. I just need to know, what is the sound sounding like right now? Y'all, we're going to get into it today. If you're watching this video on the replay, I just want to say thank you so much for watching it, taking a moment out of your busy schedule to watch a live stream from Kimmies World. Like I said, this is not the morning show, so we are not going to get into everything that we do on the morning show. We're going to save that for Monday. Hold on a second. Let me see if I'm coming in on Facebook right now. Y'all just hold what you got. If you're tuning in, can you please drop a comment in the comment area and let me know if you can hear me. We was having some trouble with the sound the other day. So let's see what it is sounding. I just want to say thank you so much for watching and taking a moment. Okay, the sound is sounding. We're in here. Let's see. Let me see what's going on. Okay. All right, we're in. All right. Listen, y'all, we're going to get into it today. I'm going to give my loyal subscribers a chance to come in. Hopefully they come in. I know y'all was waiting on me this morning, but y'all, I was tired. Listen, I'm only 47 years old, right? But when I miss 24 hours of sleep, it feel like I've missed a whole week. So it was kind of hard for me, y'all. I could barely get up this morning. I've had bags, y'all. I had to pack this down with some makeup. I didn't want y'all to see me like that. I just really combed my hair. So I just really got myself together. And Alabama and Auburn are playing. They're playing at Auburn right now. It's the Iron Bowl. So I said, you know what? Let me get up and go live. I said I was going to do it. Let me do it. So hello, beautiful people. We have Ray in the chat this evening. Listen, y'all saw something of rare form on yesterday, and we're going to talk about it. I know there was a lot of comments that said that I handled the situation well. We're going to get into it, and we're just going to talk about it. Because with me going back and reviewing what happened on yesterday, I did not handle the situation well, and we're going to talk about it. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and cut the music. I'm not for sure who's in the chat. I do see Ray. So, I'm sorry, I keep calling you Ray. Just a ray of sunshine, but it's Ree. I'm sorry, girl. But anyway, so those of you all who saw the little incident yesterday, if you have yet to see what actually happened on yesterday, I actually went live for about an hour, and it was for documentation purposes. I didn't know what was going to occur, but I'm going to talk about what happened before the camera got rolling. So anyway, many of you know on yesterday, for those of you who have been watching, y'all know every Friday I go to Crazy Deals. Now, for the past 2 Fridays, I haven't gone to Crazy Deals because they really hadn't had a whole lot. So if y'all think that yesterday was a Black Friday deal, it wasn't. That was just an actual every Friday thing. There were just more people there because it was Black Friday, and also because people were out of work, so they were able to get there. So my husband, myself, my sister, my 6-year-old son, and my my great nephew and my great niece actually got to Crazy Deals on Thursday night at 11 p.m. We wanted to be the first one there because we knew prior to showing up at Crazy Deals, they had a lot of stuff because Crazy Deals go live on Thursdays. It's about 7 o'clock. And y'all, they had a lot of stuff. And one of the reasons why we got there so early, because I know, listen, I shared a photo of the line on Facebook and that thing went viral. Last time I checked, it had been shared over 100 times. And I'm like, what in the world? People, they were dogging Crazy Deals because, child, they don't know what be going on Crazy Deals. Hey, Wendy, listen, B. Y'all, she was on Facebook, child. She had to go back and watch that video. So I'm going to tell y'all everything what happened. So my husband actually saw a table saw that he wanted. Amongst that, my brother, on Thanksgiving, when we were leaving, my brother gave me some money for my mom so she can get all her Dirty Santa gifts. Child, we got some good gifts too. So my brother gave me probably a little over $100. Y'all, that's a lot of gifts when everything in Crazy Deals is $8. Plus, I wanted to get some gifts myself. But y'all know I wasn't going into debt trying to get gifts at Crazy Deals. You know, we talked about that on the Kimmies Morning Show. So anyway, I saw some items that I want to purchase. One, Caiden has some amazing teachers. First, I just want to give a shout out to Caiden's kindergarten teacher. She is absolutely amazing. I have, many of you all know, Jazz, she's my oldest. She will actually be 24 tomorrow. Shout out to Jazz. She's planning for her birthday party for tonight. But she's had some amazing teachers. But I will say this. Caiden has by far one of the best kindergarten teachers ever. And I'm just not saying that. I'm being real. He has an amazing teacher. When he's sick, she texts me on my phone. She lets me know what goes on. She takes photos of Caiden. She'll send them to me. Homework assignments. Y'all, she's made flashcards for her students. Like, she even sent a paperwork home teaching us how to teach our kids as far as doing different games to teach them things that she sent home. Amazing, y'all. Amazing. By far, she's one of the best teachers that I've ever known. But anyway, so I had to go to Crazy Deal to get her something too. So anyway, about 2 a.m., a car rolls up. A black Nissan car rolls up. 2 Caucasian women roll up. They sit their chairs out behind us. So we already had 3 chairs out. So there was 5 chairs, okay? About between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., there had to be, that's 5, maybe 4 more people rose up and put their chairs up. So there were 9 chairs out by this time. Maybe a little more. It might have been a little more. So anyway, about 6:30, might have been 6:30 because it was daylight. 2 Caucasian young women pull up. I see them. Now, mind you, our chairs are out, but we're in our vehicle because it's cold outside, right? So they pull up and they get out their car and they're just looking around. And I guess they're not aware that people are watching them because I'm parked right up front, but I have my seat all the way back. So I'll just say they didn't know. But they saw the chairs. And so they're looking all in the door of Crazy Deals. They're talking, they're laughing. And then one of them sit down in my chair. Okay. Mind you, the chairs that are there marks the place in line where you are. The owner is aware of this. Everyone who comes to Crazy Deals respect what the rules are. Even when new people come up and they see the chairs, they'll say, is this the beginning of the line or is this the end of the line? Y'all saw that clearly on the live video. If you watched it yesterday, there were people coming up after the incident that Beknownst to them what had happened prior to them getting there. And the first thing they asked was, is this the beginning of the line or the end? This is the beginning. So guess what they did? They moseyed their way on to the end of the line. Anyway, so both of them sitting there, and I rolled my husband's window down. I said, excuse me, ma'am, those are my seats. Actually, the line starts after the 9th chair. She proceeds to say, there is no one in line. I can sit wherever I want to. I said, ma'am, now at this point, I'm not thinking she's getting smart with me. I was just like, oh, she don't understand what I'm saying. Let me say it in another way so she can understand. You know, I'm not looking for no trouble. Y'all know, for those of you who know, Kim has post-traumatic stress disorder. If you're trying to figure out what is the post-traumatic stress disorder, go back and watch some of my videos. I'll just talk about just briefly. I was attacked by 2 pit bulls, and on December the 13th, 2019, I worked for the United States Post Office. And if you are listening in from Tupelo, Mississippi, there is a gentleman by the name of Timothy Turner who actually unalived a person he unalived him with his bare hands, and this happened at Stills Dives. If you remember, this happened last year. Those were Timothy Turner dogs who attacked me. There were 2 pit bulls. They almost killed me. So now I'm suffering from nerve damage in my left hand, and also I suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder. I see a therapist, blah, blah, blah. If you've been on Kimmies World, you know all of this. You know, Kim does not go anywhere. I stay in the comforts of my home because I am on 10. I can go from 0 to 100 just like that. And I will jump on you and I will hurt you. And so that is my fear. And that's why I stay at home. Okay? I stay at home. That's why I love my YouTube channel, because I can communicate with so many people and I'm not having physical contact. I can control my triggers. Now, Crazy Deals is one of those places that I go to, but everyone is so nice. There's never been an incident. So I wasn't looking for trouble. So I go on to tell the lady, I said, ma'am, this is what we've been doing. And I'm calling her ma'am, knowing that she's like young. She's young, but I'm calling her ma'am, okay? Because I'm trying to be nice, y'all. I'm trying to keep the peace. So, ma'am, this is what we do here at Crazy Deals. You get here early and you set your chair out, and then you go to your vehicle. The owner is aware, everybody's aware. And she proceeds to take it from 0 to 100 real fast. But she don't know who's sitting behind the steering wheel. She don't know I'm suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, and I might jump on you. But I'm trying to be really nice right now, so I don't. But when she said that, she said an MFer. She called me an MFer. Y'all know I don't say cuss words. I'll just say that. She said that, and it was like, baby, my mind was on go mode. I thought them dogs was on me then. Baby, I opened up that door real quick, and I said, excuse me, who you cussing at, little girl? That's the first thing I said. My husband was like, Kim, get in the truck, because he dealing with somebody that will take it there real fast. And he's like, Kim, get in the truck. Get in the truck. Get in here. Roll the window up. She's steady talking. And immediately after she said her little whatever, I started to get in the truck. I see her pick up her phone, grab her phone, and she's calling the police, y'all, that quick. And I'm like, dang, I ain't even doing nothing yet. She calls the police. Now, any of y'all know one of the reasons why I stay at home and I'm in this controlled environment is because sis don't want to go to jail. I don't want to be in handcuffs. I don't want to go to jail. I'm afraid. Now, we're going to take it back, okay? When I was in the United States Army, if you know me from the military, you already know this story. But we're going to talk about it because some of y'all watching don't know this story. I was in the United States Army, and I was dating this guy, and We had been dating for a while, for a lengthy period of time. Well, I went on vacation to visit my family, and I left my vehicle with him. I mean, that's what you do in the military, okay? I'm young, I'm dumb, whatever. I leave my vehicle with him. When I come back, I was stationed in San Antonio, Texas. When I came back to San Antonio, he picked me up from the airport in my vehicle, and he started to tell me that he done met this other chick, right? Blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, what? What you talking about? So anyway, so he started dating somebody else, blah, blah, blah. So me and him was still cool. We were still cordial, whatever. Cause that was my buddy. That was my friend. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, the whole time they were dating, we all stayed in the same barracks. Not the Mexican chick. She was actually a civilian. She wasn't in the military. But everybody knew who I was. I mean, you know, we in the military. Everybody know everybody. If you was on the live video last week and there was a gentleman that came on, I was like, oh, that was my battle buddy. I was in the military with him. Trust me, he know about this incident. We was out in the same barracks. All this went on. So anyway, so when I would see this female in the stairwell of the barracks, she would be calling me all types of names. Now, one thing is my pet peeve. Don't curse at me. I'm not going to curse you. Don't curse me. Okay. So she was cursing me, and she would call me B or whatever. And at that time, you know, I probably had a temper, but it was under control. Not like it is now. Like now is not under control. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this story up. And I'm going to tell y'all why I don't be wanting to go to jail. So she had been calling me bees one too many times because she was mad because when she would come visit her dude, I would be in his barracks room because we be in there chilling with everybody else. We was all cool. So this one particular day, I was in his room, door wide open, ain't nothing going on. You know, we're cool, right? She come in. And I'm sitting on the bed because in the barracks, you know, you ain't got no furniture in the barracks, just a bed and maybe a chair or whatever. But the door was open. People just come in each other's barracks room, blah, blah, blah. So I'm sitting at the corner of the bed and the door is like right there. She comes through the door. I didn't say nothing because trust me, I don't want no trouble. I don't want to have to jump on this girl. She comes in. She called me a bitch. And today wasn't the day. I jumped on her. I jumped on the girl. I whooped the girl. I was beating her head up against the wall. I was tearing the girl up. It was people coming in that stayed in the barracks that were all cool with us. They were coming in. So if y'all grew up in the 90s, y'all remember No Limit Soldiers, right? People used to call me Mia, Mama Mia. Y'all remember the rapper, right? So this one particular guy, and I'm not going to call this because these people know me. Like, we follow each other on social media. So this one particular soldier, he comes in, he like, Mia, let her go, Mia, let her go. Baby, I wasn't hearing nothing. Her head, and these were concrete walls. I was just banging her head up against the wall because I had enough of her mouth. And so somewhere or another, I let go and I left. Well, when I left, I drove off post to one of my civilian friends' house. And I'm telling y'all, all the people that are in this story, they follow me on social media. So, hey, girl, hey. So I went to her house off post. And I'm telling her what happened. And she was like, well, like, what happened? Because I was telling her I was driving off post. And I said, well, I saw both of their vehicles. Well, I saw their vehicles at the MP station. That's the military police. At the MP station, it was like, for real? That's like, girl, it probably ain't nothing gonna happen. Whatever. Ain't nothing gonna happen. So I'm like, okay, I stay on post in the house, right? Yeah, somebody got their mouth. I see a C emoji. Somebody like, yeah. So I was like, okay. So I stayed off post for a lengthy amount of time. Then when I thought, you know, everything is cool, my phone wasn't ringing, first sergeant wasn't calling me, nothing. So I'm like, okay, I'm cool. So I drive back on post, y'all. I pull up to my house and the MPs was there. Military police, they're there. So they're like, are you specialist so and so? And I'm like, yeah. There's like, well, we need to take you, and I don't remember exactly what they said. I'm paraphrasing. Basically, they like, we need to take you to the station to ask you some questions. And I'm like, okay. And so they was gonna put handcuffs on me, y'all. And I'm like, are y'all arresting me? They was like, no, we're not arresting you. We're just taking you to the station just to blah, blah, blah. So in my head, I'm like, okay, if they're not arresting me, why they put me on handcuffs? So they put me on handcuffs. Mind you, they didn't read me no Miranda rights, no nothing. Okay. So I get to the police station and they put me in this room and I'm cold, y'all. They had me cold up in there. Listen, and I knew the camera was up there. I knew they were watching me. Like, we gonna wait her out. So they come in, they bring a little paper, and they told me to write down my statement of what happened. So I wrote down my statement, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, make the long story short, nothing ever came of that because when I went to JAG, that's some military legal service. When I went to JAG, they found out they did not read me my Miranda rights, and they had to drop the case. So I kind of scathed through that one. But that's when I was in my 20s. So that taught me early on, I ain't trying to go to jail, y'all. I was scared. Do you hear me? I was scared. So when when the little girl at Crazy Deals called the police, I was scared. Like, for real. Like, oh, Lord, I'm about to go to jail. She white, I'm black. That's all they need to know. And, baby, I don't look like somebody that could be jumped. Trust me. I don't look like that. I look like I will mop the floor with somebody. So I'm like, oh, Lord, this white woman calling the police on me. She being a white Karen. I'm being real, y'all. Being real. So anyway, so I told my husband, I was like, man, can you believe this girl calling the police on me? I ain't even do nothing. All I said is, who you talking to? And I got out my car. Now, mind you, she was a good 20 plus feet away from me. I got out of my vehicle. She was at the door of Crazy Deals. And I was like, who you talking to, little girl? Don't be cussing at me. And that's all I said. And then once my husband get in the truck and then I see her doing this, nothing else was said for me. So anyway, about 25 minutes ride past. So I'm like, so while we're waiting on the police, I didn't even think the police was going to come. While we sitting there waiting, I'm like, I need to call Tony. That's the owner. Now, those of you all who know, I have gone live in Crazy Deals a number of times. Well, actually one time. No, 3 times. I went live in Crazy Deals, and each time I did my giveaway, who was doing the drawing? The owner, Tony. Tony knows about my YouTube channel. Matter of fact, Tony has asked for help with his social media platform. I've told him what he can do to increase business at his store, both furniture store and Crazy Deals. I gave him different pointers. Matter of fact, he still wanted me to go live in his store twice a month, and he was going to supply the free gift. So that's what type of relationship I have with Tony, a really good business relationship. He gave me business advice. I gave him business advice as it relates to social media. Okay. So I'm like, I don't even have this man's number. So I'm calling my mom, and I was like, do you got Tony's number? Because I had lost my phone in Crazy Deals, and they called my mom. And she was like, I think I do. So my husband called the number on his phone. It wasn't Tony's number. So I'm like, oh, shoot. So I remember I had a business card. So I'm calling the store. Obviously, it wasn't a cell number. It was the store number. So anyway, police shows up. We couldn't get in contact with Tony. I was just like, I'll just have to talk to him when he gets here. Then police shows up. First thing I do, I'm like a little kid. Listen, with my hand raised. Soon as the cop pull up, he got his window down. I walk over to the passenger side, and I'm explaining to him as he was like, ma'am, could you just move away from my vehicle? I don't know what he thought. I guess he thought I don't know. That must be police protocol, honey. He wanted me to get away from the vehicle. I don't know what that girl had told him. She probably said this black woman finna jump on me. That's probably what she said, because the way he pulled up was like, I was going to do something. And I was like, sis didn't even get the ratchet version. And I'm nowhere near ratchet, but I can take it there real quick. But she didn't even get that version. So anyway, Police comes up and I'm telling him, and he was like, can you move away? So, I moved away. He got out of his vehicle. He walked over to where we were. By this time, a lot of people that were in their cars started to come out of their cars. I'm telling them what happened. My sister is over there, my husband, and other people from Crazy Deals who are in line, remember the chairs. They get out their vehicles. They come over there. We're telling a police officer what is protocol here at Crazy Deals. Number one, he really don't have a whole lot of jurisdiction unless there's an active fight or something like that. And a cop can't tell you what's procedures and protocol because that's private property. That's not his store. That's Tony's store. So anyway, so I'm telling the cop what happened, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, okay. So he go over there and talk to her, try to get to see what she said because she the one who called. So I don't know what she said. And he comes back over and he was like, look, I don't know what the protocol procedures is here at Crazy Deals. He said, but as long as y'all not arguing or whatever, I just need y'all to take a deep breath. And at this moment, I'm not even upset. I'm not even mad at this moment. That's the thing. When she said she was going to call the police, baby, I came down just like this. I wasn't even mad, y'all. So, and I told the officer, I was like, look, I'm not even upset. I don't even know why she called you because she just wasting taxpayers' money. Y'all can be off somewhere else. Y'all don't even have to be here. Like, this is a waste of time. He got in his vehicle. He moseyed on away. Okay. So by this time, everybody has gotten out of their vehicle. Mind you, it's cold, y'all. Everybody's gotten out of their vehicle. Everybody is sitting down in their chair. And these two idiots are still standing at the door. Like, they don't care that everybody has been here for hours. By this time, I had already been waiting for 6 hours. They only had been there a good hour. That's it. So, I said, well, let me get over here and sit in my chair. Okay. So I sit in the chair. I'm the first chair, right? Can I post a... I should have uploaded it. But anyway, can I share it? No. Anyway, so I'm sitting in my chair and I say this, I'm sitting in the chair. They were like, I could do this and touch their back. That's how close they were standing to me. That infuriated me. It was like they were antagonizing me. They wanted me to hit them. And so what I could do to protect myself was go live. So that's when y'all saw the video. If you watched it, that's when you saw the video. And that's when you saw me going live. Because I'm like, I got to think of something. Best thing I could do is go live. So if and when they touch me, I'm a clocker. And it's going to be video. So anyway, the reason why I say, because a lot of you all were commenting on the video saying that I did a great job, that I really taught people how to behave. Matter of fact, I'm going to read some of the comments of what you all actually said, and I totally disagree with what y'all are saying. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why I feel like that. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Someone said, hey, Kimmy, I pray you are having a wonderful day. I'm so sorry. Oh, shoot. I'm so sorry this unfortunate incident occurred. You set an example for so many of what self-restraint looks like. Regardless of others, you stated it well. You can only control yourself. When someone is already at the bottom, they only want others to come down to the bottom with them. Thank you for rising above the ignorance. I can tell you know when the time calls for a different response, and this wasn't it. Such a wise and beautiful soul. Straighten your crown, queen, and walk tall, my beautiful sister. I appreciate that comment, but I have to disagree. And I want to take what happened to me as a learning tool for someone else. Okay. The reason why I say what happened to me, I did not have self-restraint. whatsoever. After these two nuts, and we're going to call them nuts, because one thing, no, we're going to call, you cannot fix stupid. When they already there, ain't nothing you can do to fix it. When that girl sat in that chair, I knew in my head, all her people were not at home. This gentleman from Plantersville, Mississippi, that is his saying. All her people ain't at home. They were not at home. Because any logical person who saw chairs there would have known these are someone else's chairs. Number one, I didn't bring them here. Two, I see all these cars here. So there's got to be the people there, right? So I knew off the bat, all her people were not at home. She was not right in the head. But instead of me being reasonable about the situation, staying in my vehicle, keeping my window rolled up and not saying anything, I got out of my vehicle. That was the first mistake. I should have never gotten out. One, I shouldn't have rolled the window down to say anything to her, because if everyone in that parking lot knew what the rules were and the owner knew what the rules are, once the owner got there, because he usually gets to the store between 8 and 8:20 to pass out tickets on Friday for everyone who's there at his store in line, because they do another drawing at 11. You got the number, you get the prize. And you heard Tony say in the video, he said, even if they are not here standing and their chairs are here, he will place the ticket in the chair. Y'all go back and watch the video. The first mistake was I engaged with her. I didn't know what she had in her purse. She could have had a pistol. I didn't know what type of person she was. She could have proceeded to walk towards my vehicle. And in that case, I would have jumped on her. And this is not something I'm saying like, oh, I would jump on her. No, I would have jumped on her. And I'm being honest, y'all. I suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder. My mind is still on go from that dog attack. If you remember the dog attack, no one pulled these pit bulls off of me whatsoever. Matter of fact, I just went and got a refill on my medication for Xanax. And I thought about taking one there, but I don't want to be out of it. So, because I want to go in there and shop chat. And I did not want to take it, so I did not take it. But I go. Like some people, they'll say, oh, I'll jump on you, and don't mean it. No, I mean it. I will jump on you. And you cannot hold me back. No one, my husband wouldn't be able to hold me back. Trust me when I tell you. That's scary for me. That is why I stay in the comforts of my home, because I do not know how I will react. But instead of me showing grace, showing restraint, I rolled that window down and I engaged with her, not knowing what her response was, not knowing what she was going to do. And this goes for anybody else who's going through any type of confrontation. And just like for those of you all who I watched the video, who watched me talk to Caiden at the tail end, and I told him, you cannot control no one. You can only control yourself. You have to be in control of yourself at all times, even when you get pulled over by the police. I talked about even with my daughter, she got pulled over by the police, and he put his hand on his pistol like he was going to draw his pistol. We have to, and it's so sad that we as Black people have to be the bigger person, but we do, because there are a lot. And first of all, I want to say this. All white people are not like this. I'm 47 years old. I have never, when I say never, I've never encountered anything of this magnitude like this whatsoever. No one. This has never happened to me. Maybe when I was younger, the police probably should have been called a whole lot of more times, but it wasn't. But I did not do anything. But I still had control, because if I had not engaged with her and rolled my window down, the police would have never been called, because I wouldn't have made no type of connection with her. So this goes to show to you all who are out there listening, if you are a Karen, if you suffer from Karenism, I want to give you some advice right now. Everybody is not like me. I know I have a problem. I know I suffer from PTSD, and thank God my husband was right there, because my husband was in my ear. Get back in the car. Don't let this girl take you out your character. Get back in here. Don't say nothing to her. Leave her alone, Kim, because he know me and he know what I suffer with. But what if I was there by myself? I would have been taken from zero. Y'all, excuse me. Just 1 second. It's my husband. Yeah, baby, I'm live. I'll see you when you get. Bye. But thank God for my husband, because, my lighting. Thank God for my husband, because he know my triggers and he know me. And he knew at that moment what to do, what to say to calm me down. For you Karens out there, this is for you. I'm talking to you. You do not know, when you pull in that Karen situation, when you're calling the police. And last night, let me tell you something. I was so upset. I should have came home and took some Xanax, but I didn't. I should have came. Last night, I'm laying in my bed and I'm watching video after video after video of white women calling the police on black people, and where the white women are y'all, I'm getting upset, are the aggressor. And they're being aggressive towards, whether it's a black man or whether it's a black woman. This one particular video I watched yesterday of this white woman, I don't know if they were Hispanic but they were not Caucasian. They was from another country. And they pulled up to this parking lot, y'all. This white woman broke out in a full-on sprint through the parking lot. She even hopped over a doggone parking thing. She hopped over that, and she got to that gentleman's truck, and she banged on his window. And I'm just thinking, what if that was me? She banged on his window. She's like, what are you doing here? This is private property. And I know you're not supposed to be here, like saying like, you're not the type of person that will be here. You're not supposed to be here. And he's looking at his wife, because his wife had the wisdom to hit record, because I guess she had been acting a donkey prior to them hit record. She hits record. She's recording the whole thing. He's looking at his wife like, can you believe this? Like, this is insane. She's banging on the window, blah, 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 blah. She proceeds to walk from his passenger window to the front windshield portion. And she's calling the police. And she's standing there, and he's just sitting there looking like, are you for real right now? This woman said, oh, you hit me with your vehicle. Y'all, the vehicle didn't even move. But just think, all these Karens out there that are putting themselves in harm's way. And that's what I want to tell you, because you do not know what nutcase you're being a Karen to. You don't know. If that girl would have known who I was, and I kept telling my husband, she don't know who I am. She don't know. Like, her life could be gone that quick. And this is not a threat. This is what I know. This is why I keep myself locked up in this home like I'm Incredible Hulk, because I do not know what's going to happen. You Karens out there, you need to be very careful with how you treat people, because the Bible is right. And the Bible just don't work for white folks. It works for black people just as well. Black and white. You will reap what you sow. It doesn't matter if it's good seed or if it's bad seed. And the way that woman treated me on yesterday Trust and believe. Her day is coming. It's not a threat. You just got to live a little while. And trust me, her day is coming. For those of you all who are watching from Tupelo, or if you're watching from Fulton, Itawama County, if you know who these women are, I posted a picture on YouTube and I posted a photo of these two individuals on Facebook. Put them on blast, because this is not the way people behave. There was another person on Facebook that made a comment, was like, they better be glad that they didn't come across a woman or a man who is between the age of 25 and 40, because the whole Tupelo Police Department would have been in that parking lot. I want these two individuals put on blast. So when you come across Black people, Hispanics, whatever nationality you are, except for Caucasian, when you come across these two individuals, beware, because these two women are looking. Y'all, this ain't something I know. I'm a good judge of character. They are looking to put somebody in jail. Let me tell you something. The way that girl looked at me in my eyes, she had, it kind of, it was like I was looking at the devil. Like she was dangling something, like, here it is. Here I go. Come get me. That's the way she was looking at. She wanted me to hit her so I could go to jail. And there are so many other people. I don't think I restrain myself, because I'm telling you, what y'all didn't see. While I was sitting in that chair, my fist was balled up just like this. And my husband kept looking at me and he kept saying, Kim, calm down. Don't mess with that girl. Calm down. And I kept saying, if she just nudged me just a little bit, she gone, her and her sister. And my husband, let me tell y'all something else. Before we left that night, that Thursday night, now here's how I know that the Lord is watching over me. He knew what was going to happen before it happened at Crazy Deals. My husband was supposed to get his pistol and to take it to Crazy Deals, because we were in that parking lot all night. And we left the house and we were almost to the highway, and my husband was like, no. I asked him, I was like, did you get your pistol? He said, no, I left it at home. You want to turn around and get it? I was like, nah, we ain't got to turn around. He was like, you don't think we need it? I was like, nah, we good. Because see, I know me. My husband, he can shoot, but I'm very accurate. I'm a sharpshooter, honey. I'm very accurate with a weapon. And it scares me. When my husband leaves, I try not to have anything near me, because I do not know. I don't know my triggers, and I don't want to go to jail, y'all. I don't. So I keep it away from me. But I know God knew what was going to happen, because my husband made a statement yesterday. He said, Kim, no, he said it this morning. He said, Kim, if we would have had that pistol, I would have done something to that girl. And I'm like, for real? He's like, yeah. I was like, I probably would have too. I was like, thank God we did not have it in the vehicle. So for those of you all, so here are several things I want y'all to take from this. If you are suffering from a mental illness, whatever it might be, even if you have anger problems, learn what your triggers are, because I'm telling you something. If you are African American, nobody cares if you got PTSD. Nobody cares if you have a mental illness. They don't care. You know how I know? Because there was a teenage boy who was autistic, and he was in some type of situation. Y'all probably know the case I'm talking about. African American boy. And they tried that little boy as an adult. And he's already autistic. My great niece is autistic. They don't know their own strength. She is 4 years old, and she'll pull her little brother. He's a year old, and she does not know what she's doing. And I know she don't know, because when I'm talking to her, she won't even make eye contact with me. And I tried to get on her level to try to tell her, you can't do this, baby. You can't be so rough with him. But when the police are involved, they don't care. They don't care if you got some type of mental illness. All they're going to do is if they see, and all policemen are not like this. So let's talk about that. They're not all like this, but there are so many that are. And you don't know who's who. So we as Black people, whether it's a male or a female, we need to act accordingly. And if you know you have a mental illness, don't have a weapon. Don't. Because trust me, you don't know when an episode will happen to where you might have to use that weapon. For you all who are out there who do not have a mental illness, but you can't control yourself, meaning y'all think I had restraint yesterday. I say I did not, because I should have never rolled the window down to engage with her. I should have never gotten out of my vehicle, because it could not have ended that way. But we as African Americans, we have to have restraint, because we already got so many strikes against us before we even open up our mouth, before an incident even occurred. As you saw yesterday, the white woman created an incident. It didn't even get nowhere, honey. Honey, all I said is, who you cussing at? Don't cut me. That's it. And she called a popo. We got to be aware of who we are, where we are, and we have to be aware of our reactions to certain situations. When you see something getting ready to pop off, just leave. Just leave. Create you some distance. If you're in your vehicle, roll the window up. If they're going to act a donkey, let them act a donkey. And pull this out right here and record everything. Use this. Even when you get pulled over by the police, y'all, because my daughter doesn't. Have that phone rolling, because that might be the only evidence that you have. We have to be smarter as African Americans. And for those of y'all who may be watching who are Caucasian, y'all don't have to deal with this. And I'm just going to be real. Y'all don't deal with this. There is a such thing as privilege. And it's just, I mean, it's something that you can't control. You were born into it. It is what it is. Let's call a spade a spade. It is what it is. But Black people, we got to be a little more smarter. It doesn't matter how much money you make. It doesn't matter who knows you, who your family are. That goes out the window. There are so many African American celebrities and rappers. Look, think about Boosie when he go to take money out the account, how they handle him. And he got a lot of money in the account, more than I got. But look how they handle him. He's a celebrity. And it's so many other celebrities that go into these large establishments like Neiman Marcus, Marc Jacobs, the Louis Vuitton store, and a bunch of other stores that I don't even know about, because I don't have that type of money to have that type of access to know about the stores. But they encounter racism all the time. They encounter Karens all the time. And these little Karens, they're young growing up as Karens. Trust me. There was Caden came home from school one day and he said, Mama, this little white boy at school, and the first thing I asked him is, how did you know he was white? That's number one, because I didn't teach him color. There were so many times Caden said, Mama, what color am I? I said, Caden, what color do you think you are? Caden said, I'm light brown. That's what you are. I'm not going to tell you you're black, because you're not black. Literally a black color. You're brown. So I didn't tell him about the difference between white and black. So he came home talking about it. And I talked to my mom about it, and I was like, first thing I want to talk about is how Caden know that little boy was white. And so when I asked Caden said, so-and-so told me. And I said, well, what color is so-and-so? He said, he's white, Mama. So if so-and-so knew that he was white, what does that tell you? They talking about it at home. They raising little Karens and little, I don't know what you call a male Karen, but they're raising these kids. And And I watched them play on the playground, black and white, because I get to Caidens school real early. So I'm able to observe. So I observe, and I observe how the little black kids, they'll either play by themselves, and if they're playing with the white kids will group themselves together away from the black kids. And I'm just sitting there watching like, oh my God, at this age, it's sad. So this is the world we live in. Nothing we can do about it. All we can do is do what? We have to control ourselves. Okay, let me run through the chat. Miss Wendy said exactly she remember both incidents. Oh, you remember when I got attacked by those dolls? Wow. And Timothy Turner. And if Timothy Turner's wife is watching right now, you all who are wondering who I'm talking about, she's a Karen too. She actually inboxed me this summer, and I responded to her a month and a half ago on YouTube. So go back and watch that video because it is actually saying to my accusers. She's a Karen too. And I pray to God I never see her. My cousin said, but she needed to be smacked. I was watching a live yesterday. Cause I'm gonna tell you like this, it wouldn't have been a smack. I would have beat the brakes off that woman. Both of them together. And that's what I was afraid of. She didn't know what type of danger she was in. And it took everything in me. When I say everything in me to not jump on her. She was so close to me. She could have blew her breath in my hair and my hair could have done this. That's how close she was. And if y'all remember watching a video, when I was live and I was talking to the audience, she was in the background saying stuff. And when I tell you, I just sat there and I was fuming. I was so angered. Y'all, I can't even explain to y'all how angry I was. I was angry. That's why when she left and she went over to the other store, which was dirt cheap, I cried. Because then I could release all of my emotions. I wasn't crying because I was sad. I was crying because I've been holding on to that anger. And I sure wasn't going to cry in front of her because I don't want you to sense the weakness. There's no weakness over here. But I was fuming. And it was just like all of my emotions. I was angry. It's nothing I could do. I felt like I was being attacked by these dogs. And it felt like the whole situations with this dog attack, there's nothing I can do. I couldn't sue them, y'all. And you can go back and you can watch the video and figure out why she couldn't sue them. I couldn't sue them. I knew Timothy Turner's wife. I knew she opened the door and let them daggone pit bulls out of the house. And you can take me to court. What's her name? What is that woman's name? She better be glad I don't remember her name. I cannot remember. She better be glad. But take me to court. This ain't slander. This is something I know. I was there. She opened those dolls. She let them dolls out to attack me. And there was nothing I could do. I couldn't prove it. It was my word against hers. And I felt like that for so long after that dog attack. I was angry. I didn't feel justified. Which is kind of a bad thing to say because another man lost his life because of the ignorance of Timothy Turner. He lost his life, but I didn't feel justified until that happened because he went to jail. Now, they haven't tried him yet, but when they do, trust and believe he's going to jail. All right, my sister said, hello, everyone. Oh, Davita's here. She said, good evening, Kimmy and beautiful people. Hey, hey. We got somebody new in. Op-free Jeremiah. Hey, I hope you're not a child, but if you are, make sure if you're still watching this, just show some restraint. Because from your profile photo, you look like an African-American little boy that plays football. Just show some restraint. And be careful because like I tell my little boy, like he has extra on him because he's African American and he's a male. Right now, he's cute to everybody. But that cute little boy is going to grow up to be a man, and it's not going to be cute. People will be intimidated by your color, by your size, by your deep voice, everything. They will even be intimidated. Some people, not everybody. Some people will be intimidated by your intelligence. So just be careful, be mindful, Oprah, Jeremiah, and make sure if you're a child, make sure that you show some restraint in your everyday life. It's so sad that we as African Americans have to be the bigger person. And we have to because guess what? Our life is at stake. Because if I would have jumped on her, nobody could take me off. The police probably would have had to come and taser me because I would have been so locked in on her. Nobody could pull me off. And I would have been like Miss Celie on A Color Purple. Was it? No, not Miss Celie. That was Miss Sophia. I would have been like Oprah Winfrey on The Color Purple, baby. Them folks would have came with their gun and pop me in the eye and I would have fell back. So just show some restraint in your everyday life. Okay. Lynetta Kendrick said, hey, Kimmy, thank goodness for my husband, my sister, my son, because I kept thinking Caiden is over there in that SUV. I don't want him to see his mama like this, but I'm mad. My sister said, sorry I'm late to the discussion, sis. That's cool. Nobody knew I was going live today. She said, I'm glad you didn't let the enemy steal your joy. He stole it. He did. The enemy stole my joy. And I believe he won to a certain extent on yesterday because I did not control myself initially. 2, I thought about it all day. All night. I could not go to sleep yesterday. I was thinking about that all day. And I was more mad. And I wanted to find out what them girls' names were, who they were, and I wanted to put them on, and I still do, want to put them on blast. So if you know who they are, they look familiar on the photo that I posted on YouTube or on Facebook, make sure you drop their name. Drop their name because I want to know who they are because people need to be aware of who they are when they see them walk up. He said, I am a child. Okay, I thought you was a child. Make sure you show some restraint. I don't know how old you are. Don't put that over social media, how old you are. And a little advice I want to give you real quick. I want to tell you, don't post your football uniform with your name on it. It's some sickos out here. So I would suggest, I know I'm not your parent, but you look young. Get another profile photo and be very careful with what you're posting on social media because like I said, it's some sick people out here in this world. All right. I'll go to... Oh, now you just told all your business. Okay, I know exactly who you are now. Okay, thank you for following me. Tell your grandparents I said hello. I know exactly who your grandparents are. I'm not going to say, but I know who they are. Tell them I said hello. Tell your mom I said hello as well. And you take that profile photo down because you don't want nobody knowing what school you go to. And show some restraint because you already know how Tupelo is with African Americans. He said, I will. Oh, and I'm so proud of you. You just keep being a good little boy, stay out of trouble, and show some restraint because Tupelo something serious, child. And it's little Karens everywhere. All right, y'all. So does anybody have any questions? Or any comments? We're going to talk about this again on Monday. I want to lead this into a whole nother discussion. I think we need to educate our people more about Karens because they're everywhere, y'all. They are everywhere. And it's so, like I said, I've seen so many videos of other people encountering these Karens. And you don't think it's real until it happened to you. And I didn't think it was real until it happened to me. I never thought it would happen to me. But it happened to me. And I thank God for it not going as far as it did. So, I thank y'all for, she said, Danielle, you know whose grandson that is? That's Sheba grandson. Tell your granny I said hey. So anyway, I believe I got that right. Do I got that right, Jeremiah? I believe Sheba is your grandmama. You tell her I said hey. You tell her to she need to tune in to Kimmies World, child, because we have some good little topics through here. But anyway, we're going to lead this into our Monday's discussion. Only reason why I'm going to take it to Monday, because it's a lot of my regulars that are not in today. Y'all spending time with y'all family, which is understandable. I don't know if I'm going to go live tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to go live tomorrow. But we will be live on Monday morning, bright and early, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. It's some topics. It's 2 topics I'm going to talk about. We're going to continue to talk about these Karens. And 2, I want to talk about when your parents get older. How do you deal with the fact of growing old? So many people that will experience this, have experienced it. And let's talk about it. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and cut this show. Y'all know what the music means. The music means the show coming to an end. Thanks for tuning in this afternoon. Davita said, have a great evening, everyone. Y'all have a great evening. I will see y'all. I'm going to give y'all a day off. I need one too, y'all. I'm still tired. But I will see y'all bright and early Monday morning, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. Y'all have a great evening. Listen, we still eating dressing and turkey and ham and all that stuff over here. Mama forgot to give me the sweet potato casserole, but we gonna get that. We got to get some of that sweet potato casserole. But anyway, y'all have a great Saturday afternoon. For those of you all who are Bama fans, roll, Tide, roll. I don't know what the score is. Hold up. Let's look to see what the score is, because they playing Auburn. Y'all, my husband love Auburn. But Auburn gonna get beat today. It's the Iron Bowl. Let's see what the score is. Alabama. Oh, snap. It's halftime, y'all. It is 17. Alabama got 17. Auburn got 14. Roll, Tide, roll. For you people out there that are Auburn fans, I know y'all watching on Facebook. I don't care nothing about it. It's no War Eagle over here, but it's all Roll Tide. So the Tide is gonna come through. My sister said, I will see you in the chat after December 18th. It's back to school. I know it's back to school. My sister said, we winning, y'all. Roll, Tide, roll. Listen, y'all have a great Saturday afternoon. I'm about to go catch the rest of this game, and I will see y'all bright and early Monday morning. Have a great evening, you guys. Just a minute. Here we go. Yeah, y'all have a great evening.